Well, the BRICS Trade Fair has been gaining momentum as well ahead of the official opening this afternoon. Countries have been showcasing their different products and services to strengthen business relations within the BRICS bloc. Now, the exhibitions range from energy, infrastructure and economic transformation, among other things, of course. Now, our reporter Heidi Giokos is there and she joins me now for more. Heidi, of course, the trade fair also being one of the key components to this BRICS Summit. What's the latest you can tell us?
Yes, indeed, we are at the trade fair here at Gallagher Estate, and this is where you are finding a number of companies that are really showcasing their businesses and trying to find solutions to South African problems. And I must say that a number of companies that we have been seeing really are trying to address perhaps the energy crisis that we are facing. But I think an interesting perspective here is the fact that you have a company called Green Scooter, and it specifically is looking at pure electric scooters. I'm just going to move over and speak to the founder and CEO of Green Scooter, Fazile Dlamini. Thank you so much for your time. We do appreciate it. I'm definitely wearing the right color because your company's... Thank you. Let's just speak about what this is all about. I mean, when I saw the word pure electric, I thought in a country with persistent load shedding, why would you opt to go for an electric scooter? Perhaps just speak to us about the inception of this and the thought process behind all of this.
All right. Well, thank you and good morning. So the reason I went electric was to try and give and provide efficient transport options, looking at the environment and the ecosystem that we are in, and knowing that where the future is going, I wanted to focus on positioning Africa first in different aspects, be it technological or ecosystem building. And I mean, I think as well when we're developing the product, the business, it was focusing the job to be done, moving people, moving goods, the pains that we want to take away, which is things such as the cost of transport being ridiculously high, and lastly, it's the gains, net margins. So that is what matters most. And we can talk about the environmental side of things, but that's also a long rabbit hole.
Certainly. I was actually telling you off camera about India now moving into electric scooters because of the serious environmental impact that the other scooters were having, especially in a country like India. Speak to us about the challenges, though, that you are facing in an environment like South Africa with the load shedding and, of course, being a business. We do know there's a lot of red tape. It's the BRICS Summit. You have world leaders in this country at the moment really looking at trading partners and increasing that trade interaction with these partners. How does the environment, is it in a conducive environment for you to operate in, especially this kind of markets?
Well, look, I think the starting point is that South Africa is the gateway into Africa. So anything that happens in the rest of the continent is more or less copied from here. So it is very important for events like this to take place because, again, we're able to showcase the different types of technologies and strategies and sciences that we are capable of doing. But also when you look at the barriers that we've had, I mean, getting into this space was really, really tough because it starts off with capital. So starting an automotive company, a car company, is not cheap. You know, you're going from R&D right up to prototyping, master documentation, certifying, making sure that it reaches type approval. There's a lot of financial barriers that even when I started for the first 6 years, I mean, from 2015 right up to 2018, I realized that I'm not going to be getting any financing for R&D, for instance. So I had to take an initiative to start another business, which was a cash cow that financed the whole thing. And even over those years and still not getting, your local DFIs financing our business, we had to be very innovative with how we raise capital. Yeah. So capital is the biggest thing. With trying to build this and establish the whole thing. But also your customers are, in essence, your investors. So there is an issue when it comes to load shedding because now customers become very anxious because they see, remember when we had a stage 6, 7, 8, customers now start pulling back. They express their interest in the beginning, then they pull back because it's also the capital outlay that you need to run a self-sustainable charging station is expensive. So hopefully with time, with more education to consumers, things will change.
Sure. Very quickly, maybe just tell us how this is going to operate, and is it just for goods and services. Obviously, I don't see, there's no passenger seat. Why not?
That one over there has passengers, so that's the ZBRS, one driver, two passengers, safest vehicles in their class globally. Has a 3-point safety belt for both drivers and passengers. Top speed 60 kilometers an hour, average driving speed 45. Battery range, you can get up to 100 kilometers from a single charge. Nice part about it is that you can charge from a normal one-phase or three-phase wall socket, so you just plug it into your wall at home. So also that efficiency is what people really love. This one over here is the cargo side. So the cargo version is the one that has really taken off. We've sold a lot of these. We've leased out a number of these to companies that you see at the back here, like your PepsiCos and Spars, and your McDonald's as well, where it's the ability of delivering a lot of goods at about 42 cents per kilometer. Those types of things really matter. So this product is where we had started, but we're launching something new. Which is right over here. This is like going to be the most advanced three-wheeler. It'll be the most advanced three-wheeler where we are looking at a much bigger payload. So 700 kilograms. 700 kilograms payload. We're looking at up to 400 kilometers of range. With some solar integration. There's other stuff that we just can't share about it because we want to create the suspension. The suspense, sorry. But this product as well, we are taking it from here to there, and there's still more that we're working on that we're going to be launching.
That looks very cute. I hope it's safe.
This is going to be very, very safe. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. We really do appreciate it, and I hope time permits, because we also want to move over to another part of transport in the country, and people really trying to move over to the electric, greener space in terms of transport. And we do know that we see many buses on the road, and this is an interesting development because this is SIGA e-mobility. We are joined by Thando. Thank you so much for your time. We do appreciate it. When I see buses on the road and I see the fumes that they release, you always wonder, what is it doing to our environment? But you guys are changing things up, and you're telling me that this is hybrid in an environment where there's consistent load shedding. Yeah. How does this work?
So this is a hybrid bus, so it's both electric and diesel. So how the bus works is that when it's on the road, it can charge itself whilst it's on the road. So as soon as it starts, it's charging itself already. So if it encounters any problem whatsoever, the diesel will automatically kick in. So yeah, that's what's interesting about this bus. And yeah, so we're trying to look out for carbon emissions.
Okay, fantastic. I want to speak about the market for this, though, because when people see buses, they don't really think about what really happens and the mechanisms and the systems that are being used. Public transport remains a massive problem in this country. A lot of people don't really see public transport as being as efficient as other countries. The BRICS Summit is currently happening. How are you guys showcasing this to say this is a game changer in the transport space?
So how we trying to do that is by just like coming to broadcast our bus, basically, and also to just to see how, just to show people that, these buses, you can actually get into them. They are safe, and we're trying to ensure their safety by putting stuff in place for them to be ensured that this is a safe bus to be in. Yeah.
Fantastic. Just lastly, in terms of the market, is there a demand for these buses? Are people asking for these buses? And who, if you are able to share, who do you guys supply to?
So we supply to Gautrain. They're one of our clients, My City in Cape Town, Golden Arrow. We have some buses this bus actually belongs to Yarona in Rustenburg. So we have a lot of buses, even in Limpopo, in Mpumalanga, even outside the borders like Zambia, Mozambique, and we're currently working with clients in Nigeria. So we're really trying to grow, and we're trying to show people that, public transport is the future, and this is safe for you to come and ride on.
Yeah, and certainly safe for the environment. Thank you so much for your time, Thando. We do appreciate it. I would say that I'll try to get into the bus, but there's no space to move this bus around. I don't even know how they got this bus into this Gallagher Centre. I'd probably be more best to try and use the green scooter, but it just shows you that you have businesses here really trying to move into the green space and really trying to bring solutions, not just for South African problems, but also global problems, which is really what the BRICS Summit is about, to try and really be game changers in this space. And we do know that there's a massive climate challenge that's happening globally at the moment. So this is definitely going to be a game changer in the transport space.
Thank you so much. That's our reporter Heidi Giokos, of course, at the BRICS Trade Fair at Gallagher. So very interesting there, you know, some proudly South African products there, also young entrepreneurs showcasing their products. Very good to see, of course, and tapping into that industry of the automotive industry and green energy coming into play here again. Electric vehicles, of course, also playing a key role once again. And I think that is also obviously the general focus here when it comes to various products at this fair. Of course, it's a platform to showcase proudly South African products, and it will be from various countries, not just South African countries, but also the rest of Africa, and of course, Brazil, Russia, India, and China. We'll be definitely keeping you updated with what's going on there, and we'll talk to Heidi again a little bit later.